Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga with Britta. Today we have a fun class to wake you up. We'll begin seated. Let's start with some arm circles to the back. Breathe in and out as you continue through these arm circles. Getting some movement, waking up the body. And bring those arm circles forward. Feel a lot of movement in those shoulders. Next is some body circles. Three each way and switch. Hip circles. Do 3 each way, switch. This is great for the low back. Bring the arms out to the sides with OK hands and start to do the cat and cow movement. Bring the arms forward, round the spine, tuck the chin. Bring the arms back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, look up, flex the spine. Go back and forth at your own pace, remembering to tuck the chin and then look up. As you warm up, feel free to pick up the pace. All right, back to center, leave the arms out and begin twisting left to right. Remember to breathe. To incorporate breath into twist, inhale through the nose when you turn to the left, and exhale as you go to the right, like this. Very nice. Let's do some sun salutations. Come to the side of the chair. Interlock the thumbs, stretch them out, up and back, looking up. Take one good breath in each position as we go through these today. Come down with a flat back. Bring the hands to the seat of the chair. Inhale and exhale. Bring the forearms down. Palms back into the chair. Step back into down dog. Come back up to the chair. Back to forearms. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Hands in the seat of the chair and reach the arms out, up and back. On the exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. This is called Anjali Mudra, angel hands. Release the hand and let's begin again, a little more fluid this time. Bring the arms out, up and back. Hinge from the hips, come forward. Bring the hands to the seat of the chair. Stay here or come down to forearms. Press into the palms of the hands and take a step back with each foot. Push yourself back into down dog. And step back up to the chair. Forearms down on the seat of the chair. Press back through the palms. Interlock the thumbs. Bring the arms out, up and back. And bring the hands together at heart center. Do that one more time. Stretch the arms out, up and back. Hinge from the hips, come forward with the flat back and down into forearms. Back into palms. Take a step back into down dog. Take a breath here. Step back up to the chair. Back into forward fold with the forearms on the seat of the chair. Then push the palms through again and reach the arms out, up and back for the final time. And bring the palms together at heart center. And release. Next, come take a seat in the chair. Take the legs wide. Take a second to find your spot. Bring the arms up to the side. This is chair goddess pose. Bring the arms out, look up, and we're in star. Greet the day with gratitude. Happy to be here, happy to have my breath and be alive. And back to goddess. And now bring the arms down. Take a hold of the knees or the calves or the ankles, whatever feels good. Push the elbows into the knee. Open up for a nice stretch to the inner thigh. This is our version of yogi squat. And back up. This time let's stand up into star. You can walk the legs out wide. Inhale, gratitude. Exhale, sit back down in goddess. And one more time, yogi squat. Push on the legs to open up and get a nice stretch. Come to standing on the side of the chair. We're going to do goddess again, this time standing. Bring the legs as wide as are comfortable. Point the toes to the corners of the room. Bend the knees so the knees are pointing toward the toes, so not like this. This, arms out. It's okay if you need to stay standing with straight legs. Find whatever bend feels right for you, or do this in the chair. Always an option. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the arms back. And then bring the arms out into warrior two. So the back heel needs to point to the other corner of the room. Front leg points forward, hips open, arms wide. Warrior two, either straight leg or bend the front leg for a lunge. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg, bring the palm down to the seat of the chair, and come up into triangle. Scoot the hand forward on the chair, bring the leg back slightly, come up into half moon by putting the weight on the front leg and the arm that's down on the seat of the chair. So pick up the back leg, point it straight behind you, and bring the arm straight up overhead. If this is not available to you, bring both hands down to the seat of the chair with the leg up. Or you can move the hand back and use support from the back of the seat as you come up. All right, lower the back leg, straighten the front leg, back into triangle. And cartwheel that top hand down, step back into downward dog. Breathe here for a minute. Take 2 breaths. Come back up, and we're going to switch sides. Start in goddess. If at any point this becomes too strenuous, do the poses in the chair. Into warrior two, pay attention to the feet switches. So they pivot from here to here. Warrior two. triangle. For half moon, bring the front foot back a little closer to your other foot and the hand farther forward on the chair. And lift the leg. Whew. I need a little support from the chair today for balance on my left side. This is totally normal. One side is always going to feel different from the other side. Bring the back leg down. Straighten the front leg. Back into triangle. Cartwheel the hand around and step back into downward dog. Two breaths. And step back up to the chair. Switching sides again. Goddess pose again. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add some more to it. Warrior two, switch the feet. Bring the front arm down, straighten both legs into triangle. Back to half moon, so adjust your foot and hand positions. Take your time bringing the leg up, finding your balance spot. Bring the gaze to anywhere that helps you with your balance. Bring the back leg down, back into triangle. Next, we're doing fallen triangle. So everything stays in the same place, but the front foot comes to the front and points towards the screen. This is fallen triangle. Stretch the arm up overhead. Get a good stretch through the side. Come back to regular triangle. Bring the arm back down. Come into downward dog. Two breaths. Step back up to the chair and switch sides. Goddess. Switch the feet to warrior two. Come into triangle again. You should be a pro at triangle by now. We've been doing this one a lot of times. And take a step closer with the front foot. Move the hand and find your balance position. Bring the back leg up. Half moon. Bring the back leg down, come back into triangle. Now, move the front leg towards the front. Fallen triangle, bring the other arm, the raised arm overhead. Take a breath. Back to triangle. Swim that top arm down. Come into downward dog. Step back up to the chair. We're going to do it all one more time with one more addition. Come into goddess. Switch the feet. Into warrior two. Come forward to triangle. Change the foot and hand position. Bring the back leg up for half moon. Back to triangle. Now fallen triangle with the front leg coming forward. Now here's the tricky part. This is our peak pose time. We're going to do wild thing. So we're going to switch the hip position, put strength in the feet, bring the hips up, bring the arm overhead behind. This is wild thing. Stay there or practice getting into the position again. I'll show you one more time. So we're here in fallen triangle. I'm pivoting my front foot and my back foot so they're pointed away from my body, bending the knees and bringing the hips up, hips pointed straight up. My arm is overhead and you can bend it behind. And there's wild thing. All right, drop the hips, change the foot positions back to fallen star. Bring it back to more of your triangle position, and then come forward and let's do another downward dog. Step back up to the chair, and we have it all to do one more time on the other side. Step into goddess. Make sure the knees are pointing over the toes, not bending over the toes, but pointing in the direction of the toes. Take a breath. Stand up, change the foot position, coming into warrior two. To adjust a little bit here because I was too close to my chair. Come down into triangle. Both legs are straight. Top arm up overhead. Change the foot and the hand positions. Come up into half moon. Back down into triangle. Next is fallen triangle. Bring the front leg forward. And then pivot the feet position so they're pointing away from you. Bring the hips up. Top hand comes over. Wild thing. I'm going to show you that transition one more time. Fallen triangle. Pivot the front foot. Pivot the back foot. Bring the hips up. And hand back. All right, bring the hand back up. Switch the feet back. We're back in fallen triangle. Bring the front foot back. Triangle. Back around to down dog. Let's stay here for 3 breaths this time. Take a little rest from all of that hard work. We really got our blood flowing today with that one. One more breath. And step back up to the chair. Come into forward fold. Come down with a flat back. Bring the forearms to the chair. Rest the head down and breathe. Press through the palms, come up to standing, and take a seat in the chair. Let's finish with a twist. Bring the opposite palm to opposite thigh. Take hold of the leg, sweep the other arm back and around. Take hold of the chair, pull yourself into a twist, looking over the shoulder to the back. We'll take 3 breaths here. Slowly untwist. Come around to the other side, opposite hand to opposite thigh. Sweep the arm back. Take hold of the chair. Pull yourself into a twist, looking over the back shoulder. And come back around. Let's do 2 invigorating breaths, bringing the arms up as you inhale. Sweep them down as you exhale. One more time. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I hope this was an invigorating practice and a great start to your day. Namaste.